Hello, dear. Welcome.
Thank you. Before I present my problem to you, I would like to count my blessings, one of which is you.
Thank you, dear.
Oh, you're welcome. I hope you can help me make a decision. Uh, 3.5 years ago, I had purchased a so-called supposedly expensive automobile, hoping that it would last for a while. May I give you the name?
Sure.
It's an Audi 5000.
3.5 years ago, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, I had, which supposedly was a small accident where somebody sideswiped me. And I had called the insurance company, and they gave me an appraisal on the body damage, and then I took it in for the mechanical work. Now, it seems as though there is about $1,400 body work, involving really just two doors and a fender, and there is mechanical work, which part of which caused by the accident and other wear and tear, such as brakes and shock absorbers and a cracked steering rack, amounting to $3,500.
35.
Right. Which brings us to a total of almost $5,000. With the tax, I'm sure it would run much more. Now, I was advised by the service manager at the repair shop not to have it fixed, to take the money that they would give me $2,000 for the car and take the money that the insurance company would allow me, maybe about $2,200, and apply that towards a new car.
How much is a new car, honey?
The new car, to replace this car, would be $17,000.
Mm-hmm.
I still owe $1,400 on it. I had a 4-year loan finance before.
So by the time you're done, you'll be able to buy a couple of postage stamps.
Right. Now, what should I do?
Well, it appears to me that the mechanical work that has to be done is not serious.
Uh-huh.
You see, if you were telling me that this has been in a collision, where the frame has been bent and a lot of other things happen, I would say don't go near it and don't spend the money.
Right.
But this is just a side swipe.
Right.
And for about $5,000,
yeah,
you can have it restored, almost equivalent to new, I hope.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And so I don't understand if you have to pay $17,000
right
to get something, let's say a replacement, which isn't much better than the one that you have.
Right. That's what I don't even know if I want to replace it with the same automobile because of this experience. There's one other thing, too. My car does have a lot of mileage on it. It's highway mileage because I live out on Long Island, and I do have...
How much mileage do you have on?
63,000.
That's only 20,000 a year, 21,000
right.
a year.
Now, I didn't think that it was...
That's not excessive, honey.
I didn't think so, but the way they're speaking, that the car over 50,000 miles is ready to be, junked.
Well, I think you've got a mechanic who...
Yeah.
No. I think the mechanic that's giving you this advice has got an eye on his car.
Uh-huh.
Because he's only going to give you $2,000 for it.
That's right.
Now, there's something wrong with him giving you $2,000 for this car in its current condition, unless he knows something about this car mechanically that you don't know about.
Right, that's why my husband called him after he spoke with me.
All right, I tell you what you do, sweetheart. You need what is called a second opinion and a third opinion. This is what you need. I suspect you're getting a bad first opinion.
Okay. And you would advise my getting two other people to look at it?
Well, I would advise you to do the following.
Yes.
Take it to another dealer. Does a car move?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Okay. Take it to another dealer and start right from scratch with him. Don't tell him anything that the first dealer told you.
Right.
And then after that's done, take it to a third dealer.
Right.
My prediction is you'll have 3 wide opinions. And then you're going to call me up and say, Bernard Meltz, I have 3 opinions. They're a mile apart.
Right.
What do I do with them? So you're learning one thing. The dealers for foreign cars are no better than the dealers of American cars. You're learning that.
Yes. I had previous to this a car that was 17 years old. And
17 years old?
17. It had 400,000 miles on it.
What kind of car was that?
It was a Chrysler. a beautiful Chrysler. And the only reason that I sold it, because the only reason I bought this new car is because I could not get the parts. And there were simple parts like a gas gauge, and they were, things that when I took it into
well,
service.
there was a time, I remember as a youngster, the car mechanically, though, best of all, was the Chrysler. Mm-hmm. And the Chrysler organization did something when they stripped their cars and took out of it what I call the guts, right. Mm-hmm. And put tail fins on. Yeah. And that's the way they sold cars.
Yeah, I agree with you, because that car was, as I said, I sold that car, and I believe it must still be being driven around. But, and as I said, we spent that money now on this car, feeling that it would give us the service, because I'm not one to trade a car in every 3 years or 4 years.
Oh, I remember once I bought a Chrysler for $100, and it gave me excellent service. Mm-hmm. It didn't look very good, but it gave me excellent service. Right. So I would say your problem right here is you've got a dealer number one who's giving you, I think, bad advice. But you better find out. You see, the only thing that worries me about this whole setup, is it possible that there's something, really a major thing wrong as a result of this collision?
Right, that he's not telling you.
That he's not telling you. Because very often, friends that I've known have gotten cars into, let's say, accidents, which were major, and they fixed up the car, and the car is no good after that, no matter what you do.
Right.
Sweetheart?
Well, yeah.
Have a good time. Think of me when you take it around to various dealers.
I certainly will, and thank you for your advice, because it seems that we're running, it gets so confusing.
You're right. By the way, I'll send you 2 T-shirts.
Oh, thank you.
Charlotte, 2 T-shirts for this lady.
Thank you.